Why Target? Why? This video is brought to you by the Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. We just restocked on Fathers Matter. We restocked on Faith Not Fear, and also restocked on the Don shirt. That's Trump looking like a gangster. We've restocked on all of them. You better get them now. They flying like hotcakes. And the only reason I say that, it's not even a marketing strategy. It's literally they're selling out. And a lot of people are going to end up, if you don't get them now, you're going to end up having to wait 2 weeks. So if you want it now, get it now. Make sure you have it before Father's Day. Make sure you have it because you love great products. And thank you in advance. But y'all already know what to do. So let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, why is Target doing this? Why in the world is Target pushing gender affirmation clothing? Now, my mother-in-law, shout out to you, Carol, my mother-in-law sent me this video or sent me this article, and I'm going to share it on my computer with y'all here in a second. But she sent me the article, and the article lays out this scheme that Target is doing to affirm children and transgender kids that don't have access to reassignment surgery. And they call it the chest binders and packing underwear, right? They have stuff to make the boys a little pump in the chest, or they have them where the chest push it down so you can't tell that they got the chest. Then they have the little underwear where kids can tuck their stuff in there. Why is Target doing this when probably 99.9%, I would say 99.4%, if it's in that much, 99.4% of people don't even identify with nothing to do with this. 99.4%. That is like 0.6% of people who identify as the LGBTQ community. Yet these companies are hell-bent on pushing this agenda. And as you notice, it's always targeted to children. I'm gonna put the thing up on the screen so you can see it, because I want y'all to see that this is propagated to children and young people. It ain't propagated to old people, young people. They want your kids to be involved in this mess, and you got to just accept it. I'm going to show it to you. Just hold the phone. Hold the phone. Here you go. Now, of course, they put the little models over here, but these are still young people. This ain't no middle-aged people. This is high school. This is early college, freshmen. This is where indoctrination camps happen. You got your younger person that's getting indoctrinated by their parents, who should go to prison. They get indoctrinated by their parents, and then you got the kids in college who grow up and be completely stupid for $40,000 a year. $40,000 a year to make you stupid. And this is who they marketing it to. Because let me tell you something. When you get out of college and you start living in the real world, this stuff no longer makes sense to you. Right? Because you live in reality. You're not living in a utopia bubble on a college campus where everybody cares about your feelings and this person affirms, this person affirms, this person affirms. When you get out in the real world, you realize it's all bull. You don't do this no more. That's why they don't have a picture of a middle-aged man or woman on here. They got a picture of these people while they're indoctrinating them. And what do? Tommy Boy X and Mankind are helping them. Both of them are owned by two what they call queer owners, female. And they're creating these products for Target to push. Target is also known for selling trans rights T-shirts for children. If you go into these places, you'll see trans rights or human rights or trans rights for kids. Like, it's grooming. Because think about this for a minute. And I'm getting off here, I promise. If a kid has never been exposed to that terminology, I would argue that a kid is more than likely not going to go down that path. And if a kid is going to go down that path and it's not reaffirmed to them every 5 minutes they turn around, it's a good likely chance, and the numbers show most children grow out of this, especially prepubescent, they grow out of it. They grow out of it. They move along. They felt weird and confused when they were younger, then they grew out of it. But what happens is they are reaffirming, this is right. This is okay. It doesn't matter what your parents say. It doesn't matter what you think. You can live like this. This is cool. You're different. You're special. Come and join this group. See, everybody, we have a LGBTQ kid in class. Show her some love. Be nice to her. She's in the protected class. And these little lost kids that parents aren't involved, or maybe they too religious. I don't know what make the parent-kid dynamic become this way. But for whatever reason, the kids are all lost and confused. And this is where they bring them in at. If you ever do any investigation on pedophilia or somebody who has been arrested for grooming children or arrested for assaulting children, what do? They pick the vulnerable kids. They don't pick the confident, loudmouth kids that's sure of themselves. They pick vulnerable ones who have abuse in the past, ones who don't have a good relationship with their parents, don't have a good relationship with their father, kids who are loners. They pick them to prey on. And they're psychologically doing the exact same thing. Because the average kid probably ain't going to run into none of this stuff at the store. The vulnerable kids will. The susceptible kids will. The downtrodden kids will. And they fall into this because they find a sense of purpose in it. And their parents thrust them into it because their parents ain't worth a dime. And the parents want a little bit of fame and recognition too. So, look, I have a special kid. And this is what they're doing to your children. And I think, what is the solution to the problem? We should stop shopping at Target. I'm not going to personally go into Target anymore and give them any of my money. And I got to tell my wife to do the same thing. We're not giving Target any more of our money because I disagree with this. This is not right. This is grooming. Sexual perversion is not right on any level. You don't need to do all this stuff at a young age. If you can't tuck in and do all this stuff, if you can't afford to do none of this stuff, then you shouldn't be doing it until you old enough to afford it. That's how I think about it. Anyway, comment in the comment section. Let me know if you're going to shop at Target anymore or does this mean anything to you? Like and subscribe to the channel. Visit the Tatum store. Get all the cool merch. I know what it is. I'm out.